Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please be seated for a moment of silence.
Morning, Bowie. Today is Friday the 22nd, and these are your video announcements.
Okay, Bowie High School, it's Mr. Manley again. Just want to talk a little bit more about the BYOT. First thing is, bringing your own technology has educational purposes to it. It's not just for your personal use so you can update your Facebook or text your friends during class or walking down the hall. So I'm going to go over some guidelines with you so you better understand of when it's appropriate to use it, what reasons you can use it for, what kind of consequences you can receive for misuse of it. We're also going to cover some times that we are going to build in to where you guys have personal use of your technology. But I'm going to make myself very, very clear. The BYOT does not change anything that we've worked with and the strides we've made on being ready, responsible, and respectful. And we cannot allow bringing your own technology to get in the way of those things. Okay? So again, there's been some compromise when you have some personal time use, but again, it's just not an open forum for you to use your technology. So again, I'm going to cover the guidelines and the specifics of it, and if you have any questions, you can come find me, one of the other administrators, or ask one of your teachers. Teachers, I want you to know I'm also going to be posting a training for you to help you better understand BYOT and how it's going to impact the instruction engagement in your classrooms, and what are your course of actions if you want students to use technology one day and then there's some days you don't want them to use it. So I'll be shooting a video for you teachers as well and then posting it up so you guys can see it. Alright? Thanks, guys.
Alright, students, this is Mr. Manley. We're going to go over some of the specifics of the Bring Your Own Technology. The district has a new strategic plan out, and one of the components is to become a high-performing, technology-rich school district. And by utilizing Bring Your Own Technology, it will help achieve. Some of the advantages of the BYOT is, again, it supports the ASD strategic plan, it creates a more engaging classroom for students, increases hands-on access to technology, and requires less time to teach the how to use technology. And they can focus on just the information that you need, because if it's your own device, you already know how to use it. I want you to just think for about 5 seconds here. What if you were allowed to use your device in the classroom, what educational purpose would you use it for? And again, just think quietly, silently to yourself for just a couple seconds. Some of the ways that the district has identified that you can use your device in the classroom is to research information. We are in the electronic age, and there's information readily and quickly available to us, and so we can use our devices for that. You can read documents on your own device. Some of you may have e-books that you read instead of buying a paperback or hardback book. You can access some tutorials, and even some of your teachers give you online textbooks and the codes to get on there, and they don't even issue the traditional hardback textbook. Students, you'll be able to interact with the curriculum a little bit better through whiteboards and to practice working out problems. You may create note cards for your classes, take notes by writing and typing instead of writing them out on a traditional notebook paper. You can photograph and label diagrams so you can come back to them at a later point when you get home or after your teacher has given the presentation. I know some of the teachers have started using QR codes where you can just scan that in and it'll take you directly to a website or some other link where you can obtain additional information on the subject or the content that the teacher's talking about. You know, the teacher may have used some of the clicking devices with you already, where you give input into a system and then it posts up how many people had the right answer. Again, you can use your electronic devices for that as well now. You know, you can mark up some handouts that the teacher sends you if they send them out electronic through Edmodo or something. You'll be able to fill out Google Forms or take online quizzes and receive immediate feedback on how you did. You may also be able to answer some of the teacher polls if they want to, you know, determine if you are understanding what they're talking about. They may have you do a real-time poll, and if, you know, the class isn't up to speed with what they're talking about, they can go ahead and do an intervention right then at that point. You can also learn from each other by using educational social media sites, you know, and I know a lot of teachers have started using Edmodo, and that's just one example that's out there. You may be able to scan in paper handouts to store and retrieve, you know, that way you're not losing your things. You have a binder that you just stack things in and then you can't ever find anything when you need it. You can check your grades, stay updated on that, keep a calendar of your assignments or the to-do list and when your projects and tests and quizzes are due. You may be able to access your files stored in a cloud and record lectures and notes and post them up there. We'll talk a little bit more about storage and where you can do that a little bit on. But you may also create voice memos as reminders or notes as you're taking them in class. You may be able to create mind maps to do original works to help you better organize concepts and information that the teacher's presenting. We all kind of do that differently. Some are very visual and some people just like to write it down in text. So again, it allows more options out there for students. You may be creating some slideshows and presentations, you know, some comics, narrated photos, etc. And some of you may be keeping online portfolios or blogs, and a lot of these things here are different ways teachers will be able to assess you. Instead of giving you a traditional test or quiz, maybe they're going to have you do a blog or a comic to describe your knowledge and provide evidence that you did learn the information. We're going to go over to the guidelines, and there are 17 of them. Again, using the technology at school is just not open range as far as you can use it whenever you want for whatever purpose. Okay, there are guidelines that must be followed. The very first one is that all of the technology use, the personal technology use in the classroom under BYOT must be for educational purposes, and the permission must be granted from the teacher. Your teachers will be receiving some posters, which one side's red and one side's green, that they can flip back and forth. And so when you go in a classroom, if you see it's green, you know it's okay to use technology that day. If it's red, you know that the teacher has not approved any use of technology that day, and it should all be kept visible and invisible. Excuse me. The second one is it includes a variety of devices. We're not just talking smartphones here. It could be a laptop, a netbook, a tablet, anything. Number 3, a guideline is record serial numbers at home. That way, if there's any, you know, you lost your device or anything and it was turned in, we can track it and get it back to its original owner by the serial number, because you recorded at home and you can come in and say, oh, my serial number is this, and then we can verify it against the device. Number 4 is you got to bring your device with the battery fully charged. If your teacher tells you you're going to be using it on Friday, you got to make sure it's charged the day before. There's not room in the classrooms to be charging your devices and having cords all over the place. All district guidelines apply. The Student Code of Conduct, the Acceptable Use Policy, and the BYOT guidelines. You know, if you are misusing your technology device that you brought from home, you can receive consequences for that, and or it can be confiscated. So make sure that all the same rules and regulations still apply. Also, you may not disable or circumvent any of the ASD settings and filters. We're going to kind of tell you how to get on the network and which one you'll use here in a little bit. So again, make sure you are using that and not circumventing the settings on there.
Today is the deadline to submit your Earth Day posters, so please make sure you bring your poster to Mrs. Morris in room 102.
Are you talented? Of course you are.
Sign up to audition for a Hollywood Bowl today. Sign-up sheets are located outside room 411, and auditions will be held Tuesday and Wednesday, March 26th and 27th. If you signed up, meet in room 312 after school Tuesday and Wednesday at 3:30. If you didn't sign up, you may still audition, but first slots will go to those who signed up in advance. Don't miss out on the biggest event of the year.
The Bowie Book Club will be meeting in the library on Thursday, March 28th at 3 o'clock. We will be discussing My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult and receiving our selection for next month. Hope to see you there. The Junior League of Arlington hosts the Glass Slipper Boutique each year to make prom affordable for area high school girls. The boutique is on April 6th and allows selected high school girls to borrow dresses, accessories, and shoes free of charge to wear for their prom. There are over 1,000 dresses in all styles and sizes to choose from. Talk to your counselor for more information.
Congratulations to the varsity girls soccer team. They defeated Lamar before spring break 1-0 with a goal by Alexis Hernandez and an assist by Alexis Castillo. This was an outstanding team effort and tremendous goalkeeping by Denise Rodriguez.
They also defeated Sam Houston this past Tuesday with a score of 2-0. Both goals were scored by Giselle Gonzalez and were assisted by Alexis Castillo and Denise Rodriguez.
The Lady Vols will take on Arlington High this Friday. JV will play at 6 p.m. and varsity will take the field at 7:30. Please come out and show your support for the girls this Friday as they continue to push for the playoffs. And remember, Friday is the last day to purchase your Spirit t-shirts from any varsity, JV, or JV2 soccer player or Coach Hammonds. If you have any questions, please see Coach Hammonds.
Come support the Bowie sophomore class today by eating at Chicken Express on Collins after school. Proceeds will go towards your prom. Remember to mention Bowie sophomores when ordering.
There will be a Stuco Club meeting Wednesday, April 10th. Applications and teacher recommendations are all due to Ms. Hobbs in room 312 by April 10th.
There is an Interclub Council or ICC meeting Monday, March 25th in Ms. Hobbs' room 312.
Students, if you are on a transfer to Bowie High School, it is time to renew it for the 2013-2014 school year. Renewal forms were sent to your home address. Please bring your transfer renewal form, a current electric bill, and $65 to the bookkeeping office before March 29th. On April 1st, the transfer renewal fee goes up to $100. If you have not paid your transfer renewal fee by May 1st, you will lose your spot at Bowie High School for the 2013-2014 school year.
Don't forget to subscribe to Bowie Stuco and have a great Bowie day.